Hey friends, welcome back to Strive to Survive. We're back on Interloper, Signal Void's all done, and we're at an exciting part of the Interloper journey. Between episodes, I organized my inventory a little bit. I have some fire stuff, I put some matches away, I have all this stuff, good clothes, okay food, the tools I need, etc. And now we're going to head off to Desolation Point to forge. So at that point, I'll be able to make a hatchet, a knife, and as many arrowheads as I can make. There's no metal in my inventory, you'll notice, but there's a ton of metal over in Desolation Point, and I have a hacksaw, so I'll harvest a ton of scrap there, make at least 8, 9 arrowheads. I'd like more than that, but we'll see. There's plenty of coal in Desolation Point, and then once I do that, I can come back here, where I have some maple curing, some birch saplings, some guts, and also some rabbit, and make a hunting bow. And then we are in the mid-game of Interloper. So that's the plan, but it's relatively late in the day, so first I'm going to read a little bit, and then make some oats or porridge and get a good night's rest and then head out in the morning. So let's get to work on that book. I'm really excited to be playing Interloper again. The Signal Void playthrough was fun. But I really like the challenging aspect here. I don't think I can do another hour, but we'll see. Nope. Okay. My skills are still pretty low right now, so I still need tinder. I have some cattail heads. I should probably see if I can pick up some cattails on the way to Desolation Point, but I don't think there are many. There's none here as far as I know. There might be in the transition zone. I'm not too shy about coal. I still don't have a bedroll, but I know where I'm going to sleep during this journey, so there's no problem there. Oh, I guess I can't make porridge in this. That's fine. I'll make some more water, since I'm using it for porridge anyway. Oh, elegant porridge. That's some fancy water and oats. And I'm just going to crank these out. I just want to get a full belly, get some decent hydration, and go to sleep. The game changes, for anyone who is unfamiliar, it changes pretty dramatically once you finish your first forge run. My general strategy in Interloper, and I think it's a good general strategy, is to keep moving until you have matches and a hammer, preferably a bedroll, which we do not have. And if you can, to prioritize getting the backpack and well-fed. And then you want to beeline for the forge as soon as you can. You want to grab some maple and some birch and some guts, leave them behind somewhere. You need a hacksaw for that. And then just go make your tools. Once you do that, you can start hunting and start establishing regional bases. So when I get back here and I make the bow, I will hunt a little bit. Set up a base here, and then move back through Mystery Lake, hunt a bit there, and then head west. Alright. I don't think I have any herbal tea. Okay, but that's fine. I'm going to sleep for a long time, and I should heal up nicely. All right. We're good on food. I have plenty of water, tons of matches, and we are going to head out. Sounds like it might still be a blizzard. That's all right. They'll protect us from animals, but I'm still going to crouch, just in case there's wolves or a bear. This can be a pretty dangerous base. Is that flare gun loaded? Nope. So I can't rely on that. If the lake was clear, I'd probably take the lake all the way to Desolation Point. But I really want to be able to see what wildlife is out there before committing to that. It's technically a shorter distance, although if you take this road, you'll have that speed buff that you get for following paved roads. So overall, it's not going to make much of a difference in terms of how long it takes me to get there, but the road might be a bit safer under foggy conditions. The only issue is if a wolf decides to come at you, they're going to be right in your way. Yep, there's some wolves over there, but they are not going to smell me. They're not going to come at me. I have plenty of time to avoid them. I like to keep this wall to my left. I like to be close to this wall, so that I don't get surprised by any wolves just under a snowbank or just past one of these rocks. It's a bit cold, but we have good health. We're not going to be outdoors for all that long. And I'm not too worried about any predators. I think that this is one of the most beginner-friendly maps. There seems to be some mixed feelings on Coastal Highway. It has most of what you need, and it's very close to a forge. It's pretty easy to navigate if it's clear. Although, in a snowstorm, it's very easy to get lost on that lake. In general, if you're out in a blizzard, especially if you're out on a lake or something relatively featureless, don't turn. Just pick a direction, turn on auto walk or hold forward, and just go. As soon as you start spinning around, you're lost. But it has some decent bases in it. I used to really like, oh, and there's the bear. I think the bear is always at the cave. There can be another bear in Coastal Highway as well. There can be a moose. If there is a moose here, it's a pretty good base. Concept Garage especially can have a moose and a bear, and if that's the case, that's wonderful, so long as you're comfortable fighting them. I want to see if any houses are up. I've never seen one up on Interloper. Nope. But there should be some reishi on the stumps over here, so I'm going to collect that. For some reason, I used to really like the cabin on Jackrabbit Island. There's no indoor stove at all, or fire barrel. You have to cook outside. There can be wolves there, but also rabbits. Deer are very close. There's no workbench, but there's one outdoors in the fishing village, which is nearby. It's probably just not the best base. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of cozy being in this little island home, you know? I need some sticks. For all these reasons, the clear conditions, the prevalence of wildlife, but also the avoidability of hostile wildlife, lots of nice loot locations. This is a pretty beginner-friendly map, but I think people sometimes commit themselves to Concept Garage when they're not prepared to deal with wolves and bear and moose. That place can be extremely dangerous if you're not ready for it. But if you are ready for it, a lot of people consider it to be one of the best bases in the entire game. I wouldn't go that far. I really like Mystery Lake and Timberwolf Mountain. Sometimes there's maple over there. It looks like there is, unless that's birch. I'm going to pick those up, and we'll cure them along the way. They won't be ready when I have my arrowheads and all that stuff. I'll still have to come back here to make my bow, probably. But it is worth bringing them along. There's a decent amount of maple in Coastal Highway, or at least there can be. Decent amount of birch. Pretty easy to find, too. I say that like I didn't spend the entire last episode looking for a single piece of maple. But I was really trying not to go too far out of my way. Yeah, I'll take some lantern fuel, why not? I'm gonna keep moving. I'm not warm in there. There's a basement coming up, and I'll be able to get a little bit warm in there, hopefully. But I won't be able to sleep there because I have no bedroll, so I'm just gonna go straight through to Desolation Point, and I'll sleep. Oh, I hate when that happens, but I keep it up to try to be safe from wolves. I'll sleep in probably the lighthouse, or maybe the Riken, or maybe Hibernia Processing. That would be ideal. Crumbling Highway is a pretty cool connector region, I think. There's a nice little basement that's super convenient. It's an easy to navigate region, even if you get stuck in a blizzard. There are a couple of extremely sneaky wolves. Thought I may have just heard one. There's one near the convenient basement, and he can hide behind cars and behind the house itself, and usually by the time you hear him, he's very close. And there can be a sneaky one near the entrance to the mine, or the tunnel. that leads out of the region. Yep, there's a sneaky wolf right there. But that should be... Oh, there's another. But I don't know exactly where he is. He's sneaky. I want to get to that basement. Oh, there he is. Okay, that's fine. There's also a very convenient cave near here. So if for some reason you didn't want to go all the way to the basement, there's somewhere else you can go. Let me use this. What happened there? That was very strange. Little glitch. No audio on the lantern. Frame rate's rough on the lantern too. What is happening? Whoa. Okay. Let's try that again. All right, that was super weird. Let's try the lantern. Okay. I've never had that happen before. That was so strange. Anyway, sometimes there can be loot over here on these railings or on the stairs, like matches. I don't know if that's true for this basement, but these types of basements in general, sometimes they can have stuff like that, miscellaneous stuff. Don't care about the spray paint. I'm really just here to warm up a little. Maybe find some misc loot, maybe some food. Oh, jerry can. Okay. Not a bad find. Alright, I'm going to wait a little while and just warm up a bit. Alright. And I'm going to crouch before going out, since there can be some sneaky wolves out here. Alright. They're not usually in your way. You want to go through this, or at least I like to go through this little tunnel here. It's just a direct line from that convenient basement to a convenient cave, which is right over there, right around the corner. And I usually go around this way. There's a little bit of a ravine there. Cave right there. Check it on my way back. So if you go around that ravine and that crumbled road to the right, there's often a wolf right around here somewhere that'll swoop around the side, and I find that he's easier to avoid if you go around this way. But maybe that's just me. Oh, it's nice and warm out now. So we want to go up here. You could keep going that way, but there's nothing that way. Alright. I wonder if fire... So I just saw the other day that you can make a fire in the back of a truck. I wonder if it's protected from the wind. Because if it is, that's potentially extremely strong. Alright, we should be in the clear up here. I don't think the wolf comes up here. We'll grab some reishi, and then we'll head right into this mine. I'm going to drop this first, because it could take 0.85 liters, and I don't want it to take those from the jerry can first, because then it would destroy the jerry can. And you can refill these jerry cans by fishing. So now it'll only take 0.59, and there'll be plenty left in the can. You know what, let me do this first. Okay. So on the way to Desolation Point, you can get a lot of coal, and there's usually some coal at the forge as well, so you shouldn't really worry about having enough coal for forging. You should make sure to get some wood somewhere, because you want to make sure that your forge, once it's brought up to heat, you need to heat it up to a very high temperature using coal. But once it's up to heat, you want to use wood to keep the forge burning. Once a fire goes up to heat, nothing decreases that heat until the fire is dying, so you can just throw sticks in it or whatever. There's also another mine, Desolation Point, in case you didn't get enough coal. Very unlikely, but could happen. Or if you forged and you want more coal. I usually go to that mine on my way out of Desolation Point so I can bring some coal home. Also because just where it's positioned on the map, and you'll see, it makes for a very convenient loop in and out of Desolation Point. I don't know if the way that I do Desolation Point is, optimal or anything like that, but I have an established route I tend to follow. How much coal do I have? I might not take any more, but I do like leaving some at the forge, so we'll see. I'm heavy, but I'm not too heavy, and I'm most of the way through this mine. Oh, but there's so much coal. Look at this. Was that 6, 7 just in this little space here? Coal is also renewable, so you don't need to be too shy with it. You always want to have some coal available, because it burns extremely hot, and so I never like to travel without 2 or 3 coal. But it is renewable. If I didn't take this coal, if I take this coal, all that coal will have a chance of respawning over time. But even if you don't want to take it, you can just do that, and now that respawn timer is set, and this will stay here indefinitely, but more coal can also spawn. So much coal. I don't know if that's true for this coal. Let's move it anyway. We'll see. I'll take a little cloth. Cloth is usually in abundance, but once in a while it just isn't. So let's take a little cloth. Nice clear day. You know what? Let's do a little bit of mapping. Pretty warm. So what I like to do is keep this torch out in case there are wolves. But I like to go up to the ruined church. I don't know if that's what it's called. And then over to the lighthouse. And then to the Riken. Drop some stuff off for forging. And then go loot Hibernia Processing. If you don't know what any of that means, that's fine. You will see it in just a minute. This little passage lets out to a road. And that road can have wolves on it. Usually does. Just depends on... it just varies where exactly they are on that road. But I'm not going there quite yet. I'll go that way on the way back. Just so that I can loot that truck. But for now, you just make this left here. Instead of going onto the road, you go left, up this hill. And that'll bring you to the ruined church. You don't have to do it that way, but that's how I like to do it. Because there's some loot up here. Potentially. I think there can be some maple or birch as well. So that's great. And the church, I think, just has misc loot. I don't think there's anything super important or guaranteed there. It's also cold. You can get some wind protection, but it is a ruined structure. It's outdoors. I love this tree. Don't know why. I want to do this. Just feels cozy. I don't know if there are ever predators up here. But I don't think so. That's about to be irrelevant. Because with the next update, whenever that comes out, looks like the weather's getting worse. Whenever that next update comes out, they're going to refresh the animal spawn locations. So where animals are is going to change, and that's going to introduce a little bit of difficulty for a little while. Which is cool. That's a very welcome change in my opinion. A while back they refreshed the loot tables, changed where items spawn, and that was fun, that was fresh. I still don't know where everything is. I've said before I'm not all that interested in knowing where everything is or perfect gameplay. I like competent gameplay. I like knowing enough to do a good job while still having a sense of mystery and exploration and learning. That looks like some maple up there. Maybe I'll grab that. Might be birch. But we'll see. Probably grab that. I don't think I'm going to come back. So I may as well. I was hoping I could map this area so you could get a good idea of what Desolation Point looks like, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, okay. Alright, not bad. I need... let's eat this. We'll also do this. And... that's probably safe enough. And this. The food situation isn't the best. Let's eat this one. Let's drink this soda. I'm taking some risks here, but none of that was too badly degraded. Should be all right. Alright, we're kind of warm in here. But the next leg of our journey is quite short. You saw the lighthouse outside, probably, while I was walking over here. Yeah, I'll take a book. This person looks like they had a pretty bad time. I mean, it seems obvious, but this is one of the less peaceful looking ones that I've seen. But maybe not. Maybe that's just a little story I'm telling myself. Yeah, I'll go get the maple. Why not? I'm not going to come back here, so I may as well. Then maybe I'll get those rabbits afterwards. One. And did the other go far? Nope. All right. I don't know where that wolf is, but I don't want to mess with him out here because I have no source of fire. I don't have any flares, and the wind is going to blow out any torch I have. Okay, it sounds like maybe he got a rabbit. Alright, I'm going to wait here a bit. I don't need a fire. I'll crouch. And let me just harvest this meat. I don't really care about the guts right now. I have plenty of guts over at Coastal Highway. And I have plenty of hides. I just want this meat. I know that wolf's just outside, but I don't actually care very much. I think it'll be fine. I think he's over there somewhere. Now this journey right here, this little stretch, yep, I was going to say can be very dangerous because there are almost always wolves on the way to the lighthouse. So I'm just going to go around, and so long as he's on me, another one shouldn't bother me. I don't know if I can go through there, but I don't want to get back into that corner. Oh, he might not be on me anymore now that I went down here. So there can be a lot of sneaky wolves in these rocks along this path. You got to be kind of careful here. I'm not being all that careful. But I'm being a little careful. Right, looks like we're all in the clear, but they can come out of nowhere. But once you're at this point, you're usually pretty safe. I still think I'm going to push on to Hibernia. I'll probably just get there at night. There can be some loot over there, in that little clearing right dead in front of me. Up those rocks. I forget what it's called, like someone's corner. In lower difficulties, I think there can be a bow there. I think there can be matches. I think there can be a bedroll too, so I might actually go there on the way out if I haven't found a bedroll at that point. Oh, it's actually warm out now. That's nice. Oh, never mind. I guess that's because of the wind chill. Okay. I will survey the local area. A moose can spawn around that bridge. Actually, thought I saw something moving over there. There's usually a little bit of food in the lighthouse. So we'll see. Oh, I'm not going all the way down there for that. Could go down here for this. Maybe I'll do that on the way out. Alright. We're a little warm. Yeah, take it. Sure. Fishing hooks are important, especially now that scurvy is in the game. Oh, that's a great find. All right. I want that on the inside, so it's better protected from wolf attacks. A little heavy right now, but I'm going to drop a ton of coal over at the Riken. Sometimes there's stuff under this bed. There's usually food over here. Usually a can of something. And a stim. Alright. It's easy to miss this. Take some wood, I'll bring that to the Riken. Keep my forge fire going, don't care about that right now. Sure, why not? You know what, I just realized I actually need cloth for forging. I don't think I have that much. I think I have 2 or 3. 3, okay, so I'll grab that t-shirt from downstairs. I'll rip that up. And I can destroy one of my hats. Well, I don't really want to quite yet, because the condition is pretty low on my... Okay, keyboard stopped working there. The condition is a little low on my other hat, so... maybe I'll wait a bit. Okay. So we're done here. I'm going to go down to the ice. I'm going to warm up a little bit first, I think. Then I'm going to go down to the ice, check both of those bodies, head over to the Riken, and go from there. Let me warm up in bed. That'll warm me up even faster, see? Even if you just pass time, you get a warmth bonus. Alright, we're good. Let's get out of here. Oh, we still have a little bit of light. I don't think I have that many feathers, so this will be helpful for that. But there are plenty of feather farms over in Coastal Highway, or at least there can be. Coastal Highway is also great for beachcombing, so is Desolation Point. So beachcombing is really powerful. You can get all sorts of things that are normally finite. You can find saplings, I believe you can find matches, you can get all sorts of stuff. Beachcombing and how it works, as far as I know, is that when there is a blizzard, either during or after the blizzard, items just wash up on shore. So for late game, a lot of people like regions where you can beachcomb. That is Coastal Highway, Desolation Point. I believe you can beachcomb in Bleak Inlet, but I don't think people have other reasons to not go there. Mostly the Timberwolves, and it's very cold. I think it's a really cool region. I haven't spent a ton of time in it. Also because it's a dead end. A lot of people would like Bleak Inlet more, I think, if there was some sort of connector region to Coastal Highway or something like that. I'm going to check this truck under this bridge, and then I'll go to the Riken. I'm so slow right now. But I won't be this slow for long. As soon as I get to the Riken, we'll be good to go. I would sprint, but my food situation isn't great, so I don't want to burn more calories than I have to. There can be a wolf over there, same wolves. They're usually not down here though, but they can be over there. I don't generally like to play slow or heavy. Right now I'm at 50. That's really heavy. And that's actually one of the reasons why I prefer Interloper to Stalker, because Stalker has more loot, which you would think makes it easier, but for me it just slows me down. It's the third pry bar. I'll take it. I'll leave it somewhere else. Please look for your brother and his friends. I don't know what to do. That's upsetting. Okay. All right. So there is a moose, and he's running. That moose charging me right now? That moose is charging me right now. What? Bro. Calm down. I guess they ignore the Z-axis. I'm going to wait just a minute. Just to give him a chance to go away. Okay, so we do know there's a moose there, though. And so if I had a bow here, that would be really great. I thought the sound of the waves was the moose charging me again, which would not be good. I'd be in a very weird, difficult spot if that were the case. I'm going to put a little distance between... I can't run. Never mind. I'm in a potentially very dangerous spot right now. Thanks to that bridge moose. And my encumbrance. And my exhaustion. I'll probably sleep in the Riken, actually, instead of at Hibernia. I'll go to Hibernia during the day. Loot everything, get a ton of scrap metal. And then... forge. There's the Riken. It's a unique structure. You know, it's this crashed ship. I don't know exactly how it got here. I guess maybe it's an icebreaker of some kind. I don't know much about ships. I think this is a cool site. And you can go inside of it, and that's really cool. Some deer over there. There's usually some stuff on that island. Mostly deer. There can be rabbits. I think a body can be over there. It can be worth checking if it's not too far out of your way. I'm probably going to ignore it, unless I stick around this region for a bit, which I don't think I will. Alright, so here's the move. I'm going to leave all of my maple here to cure. And I'm going to leave a ton of coal, because I don't need that coal anywhere else. I'm just going to bring a couple with me as emergency coal. Ton of scrap metal here too. I don't necessarily need to scrounge it at Hibernia, but I will, because there might also be a bunch of loose scrap metal there, and then I don't have to waste as much time hacking open furniture. Yeah, sure. Yes! Good! There can be an insulated flask here. I'm really excited. Plain purple, I like it, and I will take it. Now, it said cold. Is there something in it? Nope. Just tells you it's cold. That's great. Love the thermos. It lets you spend so much more time outdoors if you load it with hot teas or coffees. Alright, let me drop this coal. I want to drop it over here, actually. Okay, I'll take 4 for myself. Let me drop some of this firewood. No, I'll hold on to that, because I might need a fire in Hibernia, but I'll drop some more of this stuff. Yeah, sure. I don't need all these pry bars. Don't need these wires. Maybe I'll take them out of the region, maybe I won't. These are the important ones to drop. I have plenty of materials to make things out of later. I'll hold on to this for now, just in case I need the fuel. I'll drop this oil. Anything else? I think that's about it. I think I want all my other stuff. I can leave one of these books. I'm not going to need it right now. I'll pick it up later on the way out. Alright, I think we're good. So here's the forge. We're going to spend a lot of time here in just a little while. But let's loot the rest of this place. Scrap. I'll leave all the scrap metal here too. I don't need it yet. I'll need it here. Okay, there can sometimes be stuff in there. In the morning, I'll go outside, and there's some stuff to grab out there as well. Let me drop that scrap metal. this guy usually has a bottle of painkillers in his hands, which is also a bummer. Let's see. Sewing kit. I don't know, maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. I'm American, and I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but in America, we've basically decided that opiates is the way to go for end-of-life treatment, and I just have mixed feelings about it. Okay, let's see what I have to eat. What I can do to keep me going through morning. Don't want to cook the rabbit just yet. Just because I don't have a fire right now. Probably do that over at Hibernia. You should usually eat stuff like this before drinking water because it dehydrates you. That's why that's showing up. There'd be a down arrow there if I had any hydration. Okay, that should be fine. That'll get me through to morning. Let's drink some water. And we're good to go. Sleep as long as we can. It can be very dark in here. This is one of those locations where you really want a light source, or you want something like a bedroll, where you can place it and use that to navigate, show you things like walls. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't think I'll need this light when I'm outside, but... yeah, well... Alright, maybe let's use it anyway. Could be a bear out on that ice. Alright, so there's usually a metal container here, but more importantly, this is always here. No ship came, no use to me where I'm going. I'll leave it to you. Probably the guy downstairs. This is a memento that's right behind Hibernia Processing, so we'll go and stop and grab that. Try to look for this memento too, because that cave isn't far off. And you need this key. Okay. Now, the hope is that I don't run into a bear on the ice. I don't think I will. I don't see one. But it can really be anywhere. It can be all the way out to the left there and up that hill. All the way to Hibernia, and anywhere in Hibernia. It can just be in the yard. Or out there to the right. By those broken... by the broken pier. So the bear can really be anywhere over here. Fortunately, it's pretty clear. It's really when it's in the processing area that it's most dangerous, because there you have slightly close quarters. Oh, that's good. That's a nice find. I'll repair that after I'm done forging. Need to make sure I have enough cloth. I think I only need 5 cloth for the knife and the hatchet. I'll check that later. You always want to check little boats like that. They often have something in them. I wouldn't say often, but it's not uncommon. Alright, so first stop is going to be this little trailer. The bear is often right there. These are also very dark fixtures. Very dark interiors, I mean. So, it's good to have some sort of light source here as well. Okay, let's see. I usually find a little bit of miscellaneous clothing here. You know, maybe a cotton toque or something like that. Toque? I don't know. Whetstone, not bad. I don't know why you can't use an old bedroll. I don't know why Astrid's freezing to death and she's like, no, I need something brand new from REI. I won't use a used bedroll. I want it with the tags on it. I'd rather freeze to death. Okay, well, on this playthrough, I have a lot of ski jackets. Maybe I'll hold on to that, but I don't know yet. I'll at least rip it up. If I don't hold on to it, I'll rip it up. We'll see. I probably don't need to hold on to it because eventually I'm going to be wearing animal clothing anyway, so it's not like the thermal underwear where there's no real alternative. You need that stuff. Okay. Go around here, hope there's no bear. I love these giant whale bones, I guess. They're really cool. Just atmospheric. I'm going to go over to the memento box over here. It's always right here. You need that key to open it. It has flares in it. Marine flares. Okay, that was 3. I'll take it. It always has marine flares. I don't think it always has the same number. But it always has marine flares. There can be wolves right around here. So you got to be a little bit careful around this trailer and around that truck. Oh, that's great. That'll keep me going. What else we got? That's not useful to me, but I guess I'll take it. Let's see. Alright. Some slim pickings here. That's okay. The processing plant itself is usually pretty good. So what I'll probably do is loot some of this stuff, and then I'll go downstairs, start a fire, so I don't have to use all of my oil. There's a battery here, that's good to know, but it's pretty far from anywhere where I'd actually need a battery, so probably not going to ever touch that. And then I'll set up the rabbit to cook, use torches to finish exploring, while making some food. Great. These are worth checking. They can have food, they can have coffee, tea, all sorts of useful stuff, matches. I think they're definitely worth checking. 74% and a liter. And what do I have right now? 86% and almost nothing. If I were to harvest this, I would get lantern fuel. I don't know. Let me hold on to... Let me switch them. Let me equip this one. And use its fuel. It has a worse condition, so I can just drain this one out, and then I'll keep the other one. I don't think there's always matches here at this desk, but there's frequently matches here. Sometimes they're under or close to under, visually occluded by a book. So always check here, just in case. They are often here. Alright. Let's go over here. Great. Okay. So I've already found an okay amount of food. That's going to be really helpful. Let's go down here. Let's start that fire. And then I'll check out this area. Probably burn half the rabbit. I just love the environments in this game. There's just so much cool stuff. Like this processing plant just has so much flavor built into it. Alright, let's just drop these on the ground. 18 minutes. This will be a little bit longer, I think. 38 minutes. Okay, let's look around. Flat sand or riverstone, 3 inches in width, at least 6 inches long, is ideal for sharpening your blade. Axe or knife, you will want to lubricate the surface with water to keep the filings in suspension, and your work will go faster. When no light is visible along the cutting edge, you've reached your mark. Strop along a piece of leather for final honing. The importance of a sharp tool cannot be overstated. Oh, a backer gave us that. Thank you for the advice. Crowdsourcing the tutorial. See. Sometimes there's tools over here. I don't know if there can be a hammer here. Okay, so we got 32. Oh, 31 actually. $31, $54. I bet you it's just cash. Okay, worn jeans and cash. I don't need that, but I can use the cloth, so I will. Let's eat that. I'm not concerned with my water right now. I have plenty of health. I'll eventually rest and get it back. Okay. Alright. There can be lots of stuff here. Nothing there. Okay. firewood. There can be loot behind these crates, but I don't want to deal with that. That's a whole situation. Not interested. Can't reach that without destroying that. Without destroying a few things, I think. Regular flare, that's quite welcome. Some protection from wolves in blizzards, and regular flares last longer than marine flares. That'll protect us in blizzards and in high wind. Can't light a torch in high wind. Okay. Sometimes if you just keep tapping control, sometimes you can stand up in these. I think it always works in another one of these, that one right there. So I'll show you that in just a second. It's nothing special or anything, I just think it's kind of weird. I just think it's kind of a strange thing for the game to let you do. Alright. It's obviously not intentional. I think it's just that because there's an angle there, your Z coordinates are changing, and so the height of what's blocking you, like the ceiling, gets a little bit janky relative to your position. Let me eat this, and maybe I'll make some water. Oh, we only have 7 minutes. Let's put some of this on here and make a little bit of water. I'll need a little bit of time to rip up some cloth anyway, or at least I can use some time to do that. Another pry bar, almost missed that. Okay. A couple more spots to check. We're going to go in here, see if there's anything over here first. Nope. So we're going to head up here. See, I didn't even crouch at first, I just walked right in. I'm not even crouching right now. Oh, coffee, okay. Alright, I don't have a bedroll, but I do have some decent clothing at least. Can I stand here? Nope. Alright, so... Oh, I missed that one somehow. Okay, so... Here... Oh yeah, I guess you can just do the same exact thing. You can just walk in without crouching. I usually just spam control. And I guess maybe at the very beginning you can stand up, just like you can walk in while standing up. But I always thought you had to go in crouching, and you just don't. Okay, let's see. There's some stuff up here. Great. Nope. Not at the cutting things apart stage. No. Pretty sure the plaid shirt is worse. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it. Or actually, I'm gonna rip it up. Let's see, what else? So I have a lot of things I want to repair. Okay. Guess I'll take another distress pistol. I'll leave it somewhere. There's something here that doesn't really make sense to me. I'll show you in just a second. Oh, matches. Cool. You can sleep up here, by the way. There's a bunch of beds, as you can see. Often I just sleep over here, but maybe those are more comfortable. So there's something weird here where you can fall through this hole, and I've never gotten an injury doing this, but you would think that would hurt you. That's... You snap your ankles over way less than that. Okay, so we have a little while. How much water do we have? Okay, maybe I'll drink some soda to get some... I'm not ready for that. Let's see. Let's tear some stuff up. But first, let's see how much... cloth we need. So each scrap metal gets me 2 arrowheads. The hatchet requires 1 cloth, I guess. Oh, and this requires 1 cloth. That's nothing. And then I need 5 scrap metal for this, 3 for that, so it's a total of 8. So I probably want something like 13, 14 scrap metal with all the arrows. Okay. And I think I only have 2 or 3 scrap metal over at the Riken, and I didn't find it here. Okay, so... let's see how much cloth I can get. I don't care about being dehydrated right now. It's going to drain my health really slowly. First things first, I want to repair this. Because I don't want it to rip if I get attacked. Great. Let's see. This could use a repair. But it's 1 hour, I won't do that right now. Eventually, but I'm not going to get much out of that. It'll give me, you know, maybe it'll give me 0.1 more warmth. That's fine, fine. Okay, all this is in pretty good shape. That could use a repair. I'd rather wait till I had something better. Okay, so I have a half hour until that stuff is boiled. Just about. Make some of these. You don't want to have to stop to make them when you already have a fire going. Okay, let's see. This needs to keep going for a while. I want to get a lot of scrap metal. Alright, so now I have an hour. What can I rip up? 3 hours for that. Hour 30 minutes. It's not terrible. Can I find something for an hour? Maybe these guys? Yeah, 45 minutes. Great. Alright, let's grab a little more scrap metal. get some cooking skill. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll let this fire die. I'll cook some things until then, and then I'll spend the rest of the daytime hours hacking stuff up. Nice. Now I can cook pies. I don't have any ingredients for them right now, but those are extremely powerful. They give you all sorts of buffs. So that'll be great. Okay, it looks like we're basically there. I'll make some porridge. Why not? Could always use a little more food. Speaking of which... You know what? I can open and cook some of these cans. What do we got? 300 calories, 600 calories. I want to cook something that... Yeah, let's cook this because it'll increase its condition and make it actually edible. Time to cook is 18 minutes. But there's prep time. Oh, it doesn't improve the condition. Okay, well, I'm not eating that. And let's just wait till this is ready. Take it. Take. Okay, we have a little bit of time. I'm gonna let the fire die. And how much scrap metal do I have? I have 4. Okay. That'll get me 8. Yeah, that's great. But why would I do that? There's a bunch of those over at the Riken. I'll do that because it'll be dark at the Riken. All right. Let me just do it. But I'll have a soda first. These things are just canned food poisoning. Should have saved that soda for last. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, 12. So I think I need 8 for the hatchet and the knife. And then that leaves me with 4 for 8 arrowheads. That's not terrible. I can also cut some more at the Riken. So I think I'm good. I think I'm going to head out of here. Yeah, let me take a little bit of this water. Maybe I'll sleep here? No, I want to just go over there and see if I have time to cut anything else up. Well, let's see if there's something I can cut up before it gets dark. Yes, I can cut this up. Okay, I'll do that, and I'll probably just stay here. Yeah, that's great. Oh, I have cabin fever risk. That's going to make forging a bit of a problem. Wow. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if that nearby cave has a bear in it. I don't have a bedroll. I could stay in a truck. Alright. Did I spend all of my coal on silly things? I have one coal, and it's a blizzard. Oh, I thought I was warm on the stairs for a second there. That was very strange. Okay, so maybe I want to test and see if fire started in the back of trucks are protected from wind. Let's see, this one might not be the best test case since the truck is at an angle. Oh my gosh. Is that real? Is this actually going to work? If this works, I'll almost feel bad. It'll almost feel like an exploit. Probably is an exploit, but the question is whether or not it's cheating. I don't think it's a big deal regardless right now, but I need to think about that. Wow, I think it's actually protected. Huh. Alright, let me see if I can get some wood to feed that fire. There shouldn't be predators out in a blizzard unless they were near you when the blizzard spawned. So I shouldn't have to worry about that right now. Okay. Okay, so it's not completely protected. And if anything, this would have been the less protected spot because of the angle. Okay. That's really strange. Let me at least loot this stuff right here. I used to go here to get out of town before the quakes. It was some peace anyway. All right. Ooh, a lot of mementos here. Okay. But no... Polaroids. Okay, I guess I'm still warm from that fire, but that's not gonna last long. There was basically no benefit to that. Let's go see if I can check out this cave. Maybe there's a bed in it. I think what I'm doing is stupid. You know what, though? I can go into the mine over here. And the mine... I'm overreacting to cabin risk, by the way, cabin fever risk. The thing is, I really want that to be at absolutely 0 before I try to forge. Because forging is when you're... Crafting and forging is when you're most likely to have a problem with cabin fever. Usually the forge isn't that bad, but if I already have a risk, that's going to be an issue. It's usually when you're sitting around to craft a bow or and a bear coat and some deer pants, that's when you're going to have to deal with cabin fever. But because I have cabin fever now, before I even start forging, that could be a pain. So I really want to try to have that not be a problem. And one way to do that is to find some coal in here and then go make a fire outside the back of Hibernia. I don't really want to do the bear situation because I don't have a way of dealing with the bear if he decides to come in and gets too close to me. That's just too dangerous right now. What I can do is this. Here's a super torch. I want a few more coal than that. Seven? 7 should be fine. I'm gonna get on a weird sleep schedule because I don't have a bedroll, so I can't sleep while I'm fighting off this cabin fever outside. But I'll just sleep during the day, and then I'll head to the Riken, and I'll have the forge up and running, so I'll have plenty of light. It's not going to matter that it's nighttime while I'm forging. And then during the forge process, it's not going to matter much. Day-night cycle is not going to matter much anyway, and I find that it usually gets thrown off a bit in the forge process anyway, because once that forge is running, I really just want to stay up as long as possible and get everything done. I don't want to have to spend, let's say 5 coal. It takes, I think, 5 or 6 coal to get the forge up to temperature to become usable. Is that a sign or a wolf? Is that a wolf right there? No, that's a road sign. I'm running from a stop sign. So it takes 5 or 6 coal to get it up to temperature. Once it's on, you basically just want to grind out everything you need to do and not have to spend another 5 or 6 to get it started again. So what I'll do is I will read or repair clothes, or craft some things. Plenty to do outside. Probably read first, because you can't read when you're exhausted. And that's going to happen. So I'll start by reading, and then I'll move to crafting. Cooking water, if I have to. All right. That looks like a pretty good spot. Alright, let's see what I can do. I guess I can just heat up some of these things. Even though I just said I would read. But I would like some food. That's great. It's good to eat those cans when you can because they are very heavy. Set that to 2 hours. We are plenty warm. I know I'm in the middle of the other book, but this one is going to level me up if I read the whole thing, so let's work on that. No more blizzard, but I still have cabin fever, so I'm just going to keep going. Oops. This game's beautiful. Let's see. I don't have much longer for reading. I don't think I'll be able to finish this, but let's try. Oh, I might. Great. Wow, it put me right there. Okay. Cool. The cabin fever risk is cured. Probably not for very long. Should I just go to the Riken? Did I leave anything inside? Let's find out. Wow, I'm so slow. Oh, yeah, because I'm exhausted. Alright, I'm not going to the Riken. I'll stay here, and then I'll head over there in the morning. Ooh, look at that snail's pace. Food situation isn't great. We've got enough to keep going for a little while. I can make some oats while I forage as well. I have so much water. Okay. That's what's really slowing me down. Let's drop some of that. I'm still going to carry about 8 or 9 so that I can drop a ton at the Riken. Even though I'll be making water the whole time, I may as well leave it there for the future, since I'm not likely to come back here, but I am likely to go back to the Riken. Alright, I'm going to sleep here. For as long as I can, get a little bit of health back. Should take me up to full. All right, we are on the precipice. This episode has gone long enough. So I'm going to stop here. What's going to happen next time is I'm just going to go straight out. I'm going to walk right over to the Riken. I'm going to make an axe, a knife, and a bunch of arrowheads. I'm going to check on my maple. I'm going to pick everything up that I need. And I'm going to head back to Coastal Highway and make a bow. That's the goal. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll stick around Desolation Point for a little while. But I'm excited to get that underway. Because once you have a bow, everything changes. So I'm super excited for that part of the journey. We've made it only 13 days. That's actually pretty good. If we get a bow by day 20, I'm pretty happy with that. Thanks for joining me today. If you liked this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you have any advice or you just want to chat a little bit, please leave a comment. Let me know if you think that once I get that bow going, you would like to see me try to make a beeline out west, do some of the tails. Now that Signal Void is over, I don't think I need to do that again. I can go straight to Buried Echoes. Or if you'd rather I take my time in Lower Bear and check some things out. That's not a decision I need to make this second, but I'd love your feedback in advance. If you're looking forward to the next episode or anything else I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss anything. I am going to be making my first non-long dark video very soon. So hopefully some of you will be excited for that video too. I'm not going to spoil it. And yeah, I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day.